So, you hear that? That was it. That's because it's hungry. It lives in that hole right there and made a tunnel from there to there. What's happening, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of A1A Adventures. If it's your first time here, my name's Adam, and today we're going to talk about one of my pets. It's a baby, but a lot of people, I posted a couple videos of this on my other social medias, and people are like, oh, you should do a how to care for or an additional video on this creature. So today we are going to do that, in fact. And if you're wondering what this creature is, in fact, here it is. And of course, that's only permitting if this creature is going to come out. Now, in the interim of trying to lure this creature out, let me just discuss a few little things. Now, we've switched around a couple of the corals. We had the coral frag rack up here, which contained the hammer coral, which is in the back, and it's starting to regain its fullness. I think it was too close to the paleozoas before, and unfortunately, if you saw my last video, corals sting. They do sting each other. So, listen, do you guys hear that? It's clicking. If you hear that clicking, that in fact is the creature we're looking for. And that creature, no, is not this urchin we have right here, this beautiful pencil urchin. It is lurking, hiding underneath the Gonopora coral. And that is the mantis shrimp. A baby mantis shrimp, in fact. Now, it lives in there, let me see, but it also, you hear that? That was it. Every time I talk, it keeps clicking. That's because it's hungry. It also lives in that hole right there. I think it's honestly chipped away in the crevices behind that rock and made a tunnel from there all the way over to there, right under the coral in the center. So it's definitely navigated its way through that live rock, chipped away like you would in Minecraft, and built its own new home. It completely destroyed the interior of this rock and made its own crevices to build its own little tunnel and reservoir within this live rock. So now, as Care 101 would entail, that would be to feed this thing. So let's feed our little baby mantis shrimp, which we also need a name for, in fact. So drop comments below. You hear him clicking? You should name him Clicker. You hear that? That's insane. That is the mantis shrimp. They have clubs underneath, and that's what they use to completely damage their prey, to completely stun and kill and capture whatever food that this predator shrimp goes after. And now the clicking, I assume it's in its regular home, but you never know. There's so many little crevices in these rocks. There's so many holes, and it's like, you know, there's all the possibilities of where it could be. But I'm gonna turn off the current right now, and we're gonna go ahead and grab some food, and let's go ahead and try to feed this thing and lure it out of its hidden. So it's time to unplug and to feed it. Now I wanna do a quick check, a quick roll call on this mantis shrimp, because whenever I turn the current off, when I feed the corals, it almost seems to know the current change in the water. When there's less flow, it kind of is trained at this point to kind of come out. It's happened on several occurrences this week when I was just experimenting, so I want to see right now live if it's going to happen again. You hear it clicking? Where are you, Mantis? Where are you? You're somewhere. All right, let's lure you out. Let's go ahead and get your pellets. Do the thing. No, this is not a sponsored video, but on the menu today, both by Omega-1 are marine pellets, and we have shrimp pellets. Both are sinking, which is good, because that's what we want. We don't want it to float up top. Of course, it's good for fishies, but when you have bottom dwellers and crustaceans that eat everything off the bottom, we want them to sink. What's happening, sir? What's happening? Leo, the hairless Chi. All right, so the small sinking pellets, they are very tiny. These things are like, I mean, you'll lose them. They're going everywhere. Okay, it seems this is perfect amount. Those are in the blue bottle. Now these right here are gonna be a little bit bigger. So we'll only need one of these. That's that. So you can see in size comparison, the bigger sinking pellets versus these smaller ones. Now these are excellent for hermit crabs if you have shrimp or anything of the sort. Believe it or not, it's kind of cannibalistic because they are crushed up krill and shrimp, and it doesn't define what kind of shrimp it is. It just says shrimp. So on that note, yeah, if you want to feed your shrimp, here you go. But there's more than just chopped up shrimp, of course. There's other added fat and ash and other nutrients that are excellent for your fish and other crustaceans. Okay, so now that we have our desired mix, and with the current still off, of course, let's go ahead and drop this in. Let's see, did it come out at all? No sign of it yet. Looking at both spots, no sign of it yet. Not in that hole or underneath the gonophora. But you're gonna watch, because some of the starfish come out now. I mean, the brittle starfish we have in here, the hermit crabs will probably run over, literally run over to where all of these little pellets fall, because they are just crazy. They're always out to eat the food. So here we go. Just gonna drop it as much remotely as I can over that area. I'm not going to drop them all. I'm going to drop a small handful, see if we could lure it out. All right. Let them sink right. Ooh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Let me see. Ooh, 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 ooh. No, it fell in the hole. It fell in the hole. I'm trying to lure this mantis shrimp out. That piece rolled right down the green star polyp coral into the hole. Oh, let's play that back. No! No! So there goes this feeding in a one-shot video. Apparently it's probably going to have to be in a 2-series, or I'm going to have to, I don't know. So you'll see the next clip that I have of attempting to feed this mantis shrimp, because goodness, that couldn't have, I mean, what a hole-in-one. But no, 0 for the win. I am no quitter by any means. So this is the same exact scenario, the same exact spot. We're going to go ahead and drop these other ones, and I'm just going to drop them more towards the gonophora, which is that coral right there. And underneath that coral, in that gap, in that dark crevice, is where the mantis always dwells. Something will eat all these pellets. Come on, mantis. Where are you? There's a pellet right there. There's even other, oh, there's so many pellets falling. So many pellets falling. Where will the mantis fall in this video? Where will it fall in this video? Now, I fed it last night. We did a TikTok on it. It was great. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it's full. I don't know. Now, the coral's moving. But that's because the coral actually likes these pellets as well. So the coral definitely can eat them if it falls on the coral. They're not really going to reach over and take it in, but come on. Where are you, a mantis? And on that note, here's a fun fact. If you do want a savage predator creature that only hides pretty much 24/7, unless you keep it out in the open, yeah, get you a mantis shrimp. Because this mantis shrimp is pretty much always hidden. If anything, you can only see the top of its eyes peeping out of a hole. If not, it's very unpredictable of when it's going to come out. Unfortunately, you have to lure it out, which I've kind of learned over time that when you drop these shrimp pellets in there, they will smell them, just like anything else that will come and ravage looking for the food. But however, in this instance, the creature is absent. Absent in sight, but not in sound. And it's funny because it normally has that hole completely shut and buried, so it definitely must have been in and out of that hole. I honestly cannot believe that I hit that hole head on. I can't believe it, because that was so unintentional, and it just, that was the worst that could have happened.
And it happened.
And now right under here, you can see this is a little tentacle of a brittle starfish right by either it's some seaweed or kelp we have growing under these live rock recently, which, you know, it's been awesome because we have a great light on this tank, so anything and anything that will thrive and live is living. So that brittle starfish, I mean, they're pretty cool because they could break off their tentacles, and that's how they kind of reproduce, and they can regenerate. You know, they could basically infest your tank if you let them. If not, I mean, they're pretty cool animals because they are a good cleanup crew, and they always come out when we pellet feed. Whenever there's pellets present, these guys never hesitate. They always show up on time. All I can do is hear this mantis shrimp clicking away, and it's killing me. Come on, come out, please. Oh, the other coral are out. Crabs are out. We've also had other people ask us, how did we get this mantis shrimp? Well, it was free. Not entirely. If you've seen the other videos of when we posted finding live sea creatures on our live rock, you'd see when I found the baby mantis, when I found the urchin, and when we unpacked this live rock for this coral. In fact, 90% of the crustaceans in this coral tank were all gifts, and gifts by mean of luck. When we purchased this live rock, it was just hitchhikers that were on the live rock, and that's how we acquired these creatures. Simply by the luck, sprinkled with a little bit of odds being on our side. Oh my goodness, I found the mantis. It is not there. It is not there. Leo, shh, I found the mantis. He's right behind the Recordium mushroom. He was right there a second ago. It's right there. Come on. It was right in the crack, right between the Redactus on the bottom. Come back, sir. Come back. Okay, so I have another pellet mix handy. I just have a couple of them. I'm gonna drop them right back there, and we're gonna see if this little mantis can finally come out, because I'm very impatiently waiting to show you guys how this mantis looks, how big it got. All right, so we got the pellets falling. All right. Oh, where's the mantis? It's right there. Please come out. Where are you? How could I have just seen you and you're running around now? Unsupervised. When all the viewers, they want to see this mantis. It's right there. Will it move? Is that it? Let me check. No. Where is it? I wish I could train this thing to just come on command and I could just say, come out, mantis. Ugh, it's horrible. All the creatures in this tank are incredibly shy, except the snails. They can't move fast enough to be shy enough. The crabs, I mean, they're out, but whenever the mantis shrimp, you even walk by the tank, boom, sucks back in. It's completely gone. Now, along with even the feather dusters, there's a bunch of feather duster worms in this tank. And even the feather duster worms, whenever you walk by, if they even sense motion, forget light, that's it. Boom, they retract immediately. So, I don't know. Things are definitely motion sensitive in this tank, but hey, we all have to have that niche to protect us. Some things, that's their only defense, is just to retreat, to retract. Let's see. That's a good one. It fell right there. The odds of the mantis shrimp getting that is probably unlikely though, because it seems to be well fed already. It's not really jumping out. Also, if you do have a coral tank, you do want to keep your nitrate and nitrite levels low. And as you can see, I did dump an array of pellets here. I mean, next to the Gonopora coral, there must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, even on the GSP, 7, 8. I'm going to take all of those pellets, and you guys are still going to witness a feeding right now. It's not going to be a mantis shrimp feeding, unfortunately, but I'm going to go ahead and feed the Mosselia coral right there, the big one with 8 heads. Enjoy. And just wait till you see the Duncan coral eat. Pretty freaking wild, huh? Now back to the mantis shrimp. On the topic of caring for one, now it's pretty simple, honestly. You feed daily, every other day, depending on the quantity of what you're feeding and what you're feeding it. And honestly, just make sure the calcium levels, which if you have coral, your calcium levels should always have a certain par that needs to be met, which is substantial for any crustaceans to shed their shell, also known as a molt. As long as your calcium levels are up to par, they will never get stuck in that molt. They will live perfectly in their environment, offering your basic food, tank space, and adequate areas for it to hide. Stay tuned for the rest of this video. I am not posting this until we get that mantis shrimp in action, or I can make it easier on both of our lives, and let's just roll the clip. There's a baby mantis shrimp right there. So let's unplug. Now, let's feed it. Are you hungry, sir? Alien. Ooh. Here we go, here we go. Will he eat one? Oh, he came out, he ate it! Now that was only a taste, and once again, right where that hermit crab is, it lives there. That is his favorite spot to hide. Please stay tuned for more videos on the creatures, the hitchhikers, the mantis shrimp, in hopes that it comes out in the near future in our next video, hopefully, so I could share with you. You know what? And honestly, that crab has its days numbered, as well as, you know, I don't know, there was so many other little crabs. If you guys go back to that video of when we first built this tank and brought the live rock home, there was a bunch of crabs, even pistol shrimp on this. I mean, everything is gone, but the one mantis shrimp, several hermit crabs, and snails. That's it. So make sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video so you catch a glimpse of this mantis shrimp in our future videos to come. Hit the post notification bell so you're notified when we do post videos. And it's all for the mantis. So I thank you guys for watching. I'm still looking for this mantis. And as always, A1A fam, stay adventurous.
A1A
Adventures.